Hello, welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I'm Smokey. Well, I'm back from my anniversary vacation trip with my wife. We are rested and relaxed and we're ready to go. We had such a great time away. We took about 10 days off and we traveled to parts of Minnesota, which is right next door, and then parts of Wisconsin where we live, and we had an amazing time. We had a vow renewal ceremony for our 20th anniversary on Sunday. It was just a great night with friends and family. I want to thank each one of you who have sent me messages or commented on my videos wishing my wife and I a happy anniversary. It means so much to me. We're so grateful for your well wishes and your support. I shared each of them with my wife, and she was so thankful too. So once again, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. While we were away, I was amazed, just truly amazed at the amount of philatelic material that I found. And it would have taken up my entire vehicle to haul everything home, not to mention more than my entire vacation budget to purchase those items. But I did make a dent in it. I did purchase several things, and so I wanted to take this opportunity and use this video to show you my philatelic haul from vacation. So the first place that my wife and I went was Stillwater, Minnesota. Stillwater, Minnesota is a lovely town that sits on the St. Croix River. St. Croix borders Minnesota and Wisconsin. And while we were there, I found these postcards. This first postcard is the town of Stillwater, Minnesota. In winter, you can see the river is iced over and covered with snow. I thought that was just a great image. And then I bought this postcard from Minnesota. It's got bright colors, and there's Paul Bunyan and Babe the Ox and butterflies, just really colorful. And so I picked this one up. This is the historic courthouse that sits in Stillwater, Minnesota, on top of this hill. And so what a great view there. And then the last postcard I got in Stillwater was this one. This is more of a summertime view of Stillwater. Here's the city of Stillwater, and then there's the St. Croix River. If you're ever in the area and you get a chance, please visit this wonderful town. So in Stillwater, Minnesota, there are great restaurants and hotels, antique shops, candy stores. And so we stopped into all of them, and we stopped into an antique store, and we're looking around, and as I look on one of the shelves, I saw a large plastic container full of stamps. And so I looked on the container, and it said that they were U.S. commemorative stamps, and the owner of the shop was wanting to sell the stamps piece by piece. So it was so much per stamp. And so I just kind of mentioned to my wife, I said, boy, I'd like to have the whole box. You think they would sell us the whole lot of stamps? So my wife scurried off and found the lady who ran the shop, and they talked, and the lady said, well, give me a few minutes. And so she came back and she said, we'll sell you the whole box of stamps for this price. And so we purchased them, and I came home with this entire box of commemorative U.S. stamps. Let me take the lid off here and show you. Oh, there they go, spilling out all over the table there. But it is full. It is full of U.S. commemorative stamps. I'm going to say probably all 20th century stamps. To be honest, I really haven't gone through it. We've been away on vacation. We just got back, and I wanted to get this video out to you. And then there's this stamp. So I don't know how long it's going to take me. But my plans are to go through this entire entire box of stamps to count each and every stamp in here. Oh wow, there's a plate block. Let me turn that right side up so you can see it. Lovely plate block, Mississippi stamps. Like I said, my plan is to go through each and every stamp to count however many stamps there are, to catalog these, and get these into my collection. I don't know how long that'll take. I don't know when I'll do it. I hope to do it soon. And my hope is to do a video, to come back to these stamps and do a video about them and show you in more detail stamps that are in here. Maybe we'll find a treasure or two. Who knows? But I was thrilled beyond belief to pick up these stamps and to bring them home. So stay tuned for a video where we talk more about this this box of stamps. And so we came back to Wisconsin, and I went into a shop and I found several postcards that I didn't have. I thought this was a great postcard. There are so many dairy cows here in Wisconsin, and this is a typical scene. I live in a very rural area, so when I go driving around, it's not unusual for me to see a scene like this of the dairy cows and the barn and the trees. So I picked up, I don't know, a dozen or so of those, and then I picked up a stack of these as well. It says the map of Wisconsin. I'm trying to see where I live. I live right about here. Is about where I live in Wisconsin. But it has a state flag, our state bird, and flower, and some facts about Wisconsin. So I picked these up to send out. And then I picked up these flag stickers. These American flag stickers that I thought I could stick on my postcards. Next, we went to another antique shop, and I found a whole section of the shop that was all philatelic material. My wife said, "Take your time." One of the ladies that ran the shop came and asked me if I needed help, and I said, "I am in philatelic heaven." And so she laughed at that. And the first thing that I bought was this souvenir sheet of a Bugs Bunny stamp. And then on the back it tells all about the stamp. Bugs Bunny, the newly appointed ambassador to the Stampers Stamp Collecting Club for Kids, is Warner Brothers' leading Looney Tunes star. For more than 35 years, Bugs and his unpredictable co-stars have dominated Saturday morning television. So it says, start collecting today. Save these stamps featuring Looney Tunes, brightest star Bugs Bunny. So I do have these stamps in my collection, but I do not have them on these souvenir sheets. So I picked up this one. And they also had this one for sale too, of Sylvester and Tweety Bird. So they had two of them, so I bought both of them. So those will be a great addition to my collection. Then they had these brown envelopes, and they say United States Post Office, and they were just sitting on a shelf, and so I thought I had to look into them, and I was amazed at what I found. And they are sheets of stamps from the bicentennial celebration of the United States that were issued in 1976 to coincide with the U.S. bicentennial. So there is that one. And then I'm trying not to handle them too much in that one. Then you can see the individual, hopefully the individual cutouts of each stamp. And there's that one. And this one here. This is one of my favorites. showing General George Washington. And then the final set of stamps, 5 stamps on the sheet. George Washington, the winter that they spent at Valley Forge. So I bought all 5 sheets of these stamps, extremely reasonable. And they had another one, so I couldn't resist, and I bought both of those. The next thing that caught my attention was this packet of cards. These are Maxi Cards from the United States. I wish we had those still today. I love Maxi Cards. These were issued November of 1989, and they have to do with transporting the mail. It's kind of the history of transporting the mail and what they think or hope the future of mail transporting might look like. So let's take a look at these. This is the first one here. Here, of course, is the stamp. 25 cents is what it cost to mail a first-class letter back in 1989. I remember that when I was a kid. We lived kind of in the country, and you could put a letter in our mailbox, and you could put a quarter, 25 cents, on top of the letter, and the mailman would come by, take your letter, take your 25 cents, and he would place a stamp on your letter, and it would get where it needed to go. Now stamps are 60 cents here in the U.S., and I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure if I put 60 cents in the mailbox, the postman would probably just pass it by. But times change. So back when stamps were 25 cents, they issued this. I just think this is a great image. Next is a futuristic image of what they hope maybe mail delivery will look like. You see the stamp and then the United States Postal Service mail vehicle. I do know that the USPS is coming out with brand new electric delivery vehicles. They look really slick and really neat, and I think they're supposed to be rolling out maybe next year. So I'm very excited about that, and to see those. Another way of delivering mail, perhaps delivering mail to other planets and to the stars. And we go from that back to long ago, when the United States had the Pony Express. And then here we are delivering mail on the moon. They did take some letters to the moon and postmark them there, if you remember learning about the moon landing. So there you go. Another image of space. And then mail by steamship. Get a better look there at the stamp. And then some of the first airmail. And then this was created for the World Stamp Expo, which was held November 17th through December 3rd, 1989 in Washington, D.C., along with the rest of these cards that were created for that. And this picture's Abraham Lincoln. So I picked up those cards to put in my collection. I'm very pleased with them. I'm very excited. Next, I found some first day covers. And I will show you these first day covers. What I found interesting about them was the cancellation. It says Pioneer Postal Emporium, St. Paul, Minnesota, 1973, Souvenir of Pioneer Postal Emporium. So, to be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea what the Pioneer Postal Emporium is, or what it was. If you have ever heard of it or you know what it is, please leave a comment. Otherwise, I will do some due diligence and research that. And perhaps we'll do a future video on these as well. But really nice first day covers. And then I bought some stamps at the same place. These are celebrating the century. This is stamps influenced by the 1930s in America, and they're still wrapped up in their plastic. And so you see the stamps here: Superman, Monopoly. Just wonderful stamps. My wife asked me, she said, "Are you going to keep these in the plastic, or are you going to take them out?" She knows me too well. She knows I don't really like to take things out of the original packaging or boxing. At first I said, "Oh no, I'll take them out." But I'm not sure. So chances are I'll leave them there. And then this is the 1940 set. Rosie the Riveter. My friend went to Washington, D.C. a couple months ago, and he picked me up a whole bunch of postcards. And so I have several postcards with this image on it. I like the Slinky a lot. So I picked those up. Then we went to a place called Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin Dells is a couple hours away from our house. We spent several days there. They have lots of water parks, a beautiful downtown with shops and gift shops and restaurants and stores and just anything you'd want. A lot of attractions. One of them, they have a Ripley's Believe It or Not. I have been to, I think, 4 Ripley's Believe It or Not. My wife has been to, I think, 5 or 6. So we got to mark another one off our list. And in the gift shop, they had these postcards. So I picked these up from Ripley's Believe It or Not. One of the highlights of our trip was riding the official Wisconsin duck boats. So we're on the duck boat. If you don't know what a duck boat is, they were used during World War II. And again in Korea by the U.S. military. They go both on land and in the water. And so now they use them and they give rides in the dells. You go through the wilderness, so to speak, and then down into the river, and then out from the river back into the wilderness, and then down into a lake. And it's a guided tour. And just about a mile from the end of the tour, they stop and they offer this book for sale. And this is a duck boat here. This is it in the water. And I'm going to show you a little bit about this book. This is coming out of water and onto the land. So this is some of the scenery. It has history about the duck boats. The official Wisconsin ducks there in Wisconsin Dells. You board, and they have a boat leaving, seems like every 5 minutes. They have a whole fleet of these things. But just some great pictures. I'll show you one more. There we go. And so I bought a book. My wife bought a book. Great history, but also in the book was this, and it is a packet of postcards. You just don't hardly see that anymore. But these postcards that have images of the duck boats. This is a great, let me see if this is right. This is called Hawk Peak, I believe, or Hawk Point. because it forms the shape of a hawk right there. And some pictures of the duck boats back being used in the military. So we had such a great time on these duck boats. Yeah, that's how that goes. Really great time. This pass that the duck boat's passing through, I don't know if you can see it. There's about an inch clearance on either side of the boat coming through this pass. So you really want to keep your arms and everything else that you got inside the duck boat at all times. So that is that's my vacation. Like I said, we had a wonderful time. I picked up so many great philatelic things. I've got hours of research and work and sorting and cataloging ahead of me. So I'm very excited about that. Stay tuned for future videos. I'm going to do a video over the contents of this. I can't promise you when, but we will get to it. And I'm going to look up the souvenir of the Pioneer Postal Emporium of St. Paul, Minnesota. And we'll talk about that sometime too. Well, that's it for this episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I know it's been a lot longer episode than usual, so thank you for sticking with me and watching the entire thing. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to this channel. We're not far away from 100 subscribers, so I am so very grateful for all of your support. And hey, if we reach 100, we'll do a special episode acknowledging that. So if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, like, share this video. Please leave me a comment. I've got several requests for swaps. So for all of you who I said, hey, I'll be sending you a swap out in the next week, I'm going to do that today and tomorrow. I've got a lot of postcards to write for both post-crossing and direct swaps. So if you'd like to do a direct swap with me, send me a message on Instagram. There's a link at the top of my YouTube page to connect with me there. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.